Okay, so we're back here, and I've made an executive decision. It's a little too much work to have to kind of like flip back and forth between all those cards, and I wasn't getting them done in a very timely fashion. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to trust, or ask you guys to trust me that we are going to be doing the right thing here, that I can read the cards correctly, and I'm just going to try to narrate this for you. So hopefully that suits everybody. If you like the other way better, please give me some feedback, because that's the way that I get knowledge that people are enjoying something or not. Is if I hear that yes, you do, or no, you don't. But if you don't get any more out of it, if you just like the narration and like me to describe things, I can do that. But it can be a little bit cumbersome to try and like flip between screens. Flipping between those, it just and I forget, and I'm just a lot of times I try to get in a groove, and when I'm having to flip screens and all that, it kind of cuts away from that thing, that rhythm that you might be able to get. So let's get moving here. We are about, if you haven't watched the previous video, I'll bring you up to date. We've gotten 4 groups through hole number 1. We are up to the group of Fauchy and Westinghouse. They will be teeing off at 1 once we get through some additional stuff. I want to bring up the chat window here, just so that way I can talk to people if they want to talk. If you guys don't, that's fine too. No pressure. But I am trying to get it working here, and hopefully it pops up. It says I do not have a scheduled event. That's weird. So I guess I'll just have to look at the screen here every once in a while. Hi, what's poppin'? Well, that's a great question. It probably is not popcorn at the moment, at least for me. Maybe for somebody, but okay. So we're taking Braden LaSalle. So let's take a quick look here at the leaderboard. It's a little bit off the screen here, but I'm trying to hesitate going to the out of contention rolls until after we get through, at least get the leaders started, and maybe even through hole number 9. Actually, you know what I was doing, and I kind of like this. I will probably do it this way unless somebody like really gets way out of control, because what I don't like is I kind of hate that feeling that the out of contention rolls give a guy a better chance than actually playing him out. So I will probably play this until a person's strokes behind is greater than the holes left. So that's what we're going to do. So again, I was showing the cards earlier on the screen. I had taken pictures of them, but I'm not really happy with how that's working out. So I just kind of want to play this out and worry about describing to you guys what's going on. So please trust me. I can read. I'm hoping you can see enough of the card here to maybe make it out. But then again, my bandwidth kind of like comes and goes. So, all right. So Martin Van Dyke so far, 2 over par on his round. He bogeyed 1 and 3, and we're at 5, which is a sort of a well, there's no direct. We could put a direct on here at some point if we wanted to really make this an easier hole, but instead we're going to just play it normal, the way they have it listed, and it'll be Van Dyke. So he gets a 4, and there's a 4 and a 5 on the course control number, so it will be 36 on the course, the hole card, and it's in the rough off the tee. He loses it to the right, and he is in the tall stuff. And actually, he loses his second shot as well. So he's going to be hitting his second shot from the rough on this par 4. And with a 2, it checks to see if he's a master. He's semi with a dot, so he is a master here. He's going to have a pin shot. So the pin shot, if you recall, let me do this a bit. You can see we use this one here, so you get some. You get a basically you re-roll the white die and you get a result. If it's a 1, you can roll the decider die. It might be a birdie. In this case, it's a 3, so he will get an easy par. So he should get up and down. Easy par, we roll 2. And double 5s is still a par, so that's good for him. I think when I get to the back 9, I may get out this card here and start having guys reach the green and make it feel a little bit more like golf, but we'll see. So Braden LaSalle Jr. is at 1 over. He did get a birdie on 3, but he bogeyed 2 and 4. So again, it will be the course controlling it, and that is a 26. So, and I have no clue why I'm not finding this in my events, which is really weird. Oh, there it is. Okay. We found it that time. Boom. Okay, good. So 26 is going to be course Golf Cam course, which goes to this chart here where we check whether it's a tough hole or an easy hole. And in this case, it's number 2. You check to see if it's easy, no, or cordial. It's not listed cordial here. It's not listed daunting here either. So he gets an easy putt for par. So LaSalle should just cruise here. He gets to roll 2, and as long as it's not double 6s, and it's not, he gets a par. So he's going to remain at minus 10, which is 4 shots back. Okay. We will go to the 4th. Another par 4, and it's going to be Gareth Leonard took a double, so it'll be McAdams to go first. He is at minus 12. He's 2 back of Patrick Kieran. And it will be 23, which is in the rough in 2. So around the green, he's going to have to get up and down out of the rough. 5 is McAdams, a master. He's a semi-master and does not have the dot this time, so he's going to have a difficult par putt. Difficult par putts are 1 to 3. He's going to try to make it, and he misses. So now, moderate bogey, so he's going to drop a shot here. He'll drop to minus 11 unless he misses this. He needs to avoid a 6, and he does. But he will drop to even par on his round and 11 under for the tournament. Now, Leonard with a red chip here. He'll hold on to it for now, and he will cancel it out with a 6 on the white. That means it's an automatic par if you want, or you can try and attack the green with a slightly less than perfect shot to lead off, but instead just going to take it and eat his red chip, be done with it. And so now we're going to go to Gallatin and Emmerich. Emmerich, 2 under so far. He's 1 back. A nice charge here to start his round. Gallatin even par after he bogeyed 1, but birdied the easy par 5 second. We'll see that here in a second with Alvestad and Fonseca. But first, at the 3rd, the par 3, it'll be Emmerich with control 1, 2, 6. Can he birdie this and grab a share of the lead before the leader even tees off? 1, 2, 6. Is he a champion? He is. Straight from the tee, it's going to drop close and real close. That's going to be an easy birdie putt. And in order to get that share of the lead, he's going to use a blue chip. That makes it a gimme birdie putt. Means it's the high roll. And he misses it. Double 6s, gets burned. So now he's got a gimme par, which is 3 6s means he misses, but that is a kick in the pants to Emmerich. A little bit of a yip there, and usually the normally steady guy there takes a little dip, and had a chance at the share to lead. 226 champion. Danny Gallatin is semi-champion, and he gets a dot. So, yes, he's going to have an easy putt for birdie. See if he can make the 1-4 where Emmerich missed the gimme. 1-4, and he does. He makes it look easy. So 2 birdies in a row for Gallatin, and he moves up to -13 within 1 of Kieran. So things getting interesting here. We got 6 within 1 shot of each other. We're going to go back to the easy par 5-2. And it will be Alvestad. Fonseca took a triple bogey on 1. He just flamed out. The putter went all awry. And so Alvestad, no blue chips, but he's got the tee here, and he will get a 5-5-6. He has control of this on the par 5. He is a legend, so he will get a blue chip as he drives it well into the fairway, and he will get, with a 5, he probably won't get a chance at an eagle, but so he is not a hacker, so he will have strong applause, maybe a chance to get a birdie here. We'll see. Reroll white. 2. Okay, he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He's going to try and make that. He needs a 1 or a 2 here. That's a moderate. Easy's 1-4 for birdies and eagles. 1-2 is for moderate. And it's a 1. So Alvestad will make it a 6-way tie for second right now. And that's pretty congested spot to be in. -13. And so the definitely the second is playing easy. All right, Fonseca, who is at -9 now after the triple. Started at -12, obviously, and he needs to get back on his game, and it's not going to help that he gets a 45. He's going to be in the sand with his second shot, so his round continues to derail here. Par 5 with a 5. It's almost all 5s there. That's pretty interesting. But a 5 on the green with his second shot. Is he sandy? No. He's going to have a double difficult birdie putt. Well, he's going to try to make it. That would make a difficult par. He could lag it, but he really needs to try it and get something going. He would earn a blue chip if he makes this double difficult birdie putt. Needs a 1 and a dot. He gets the 2 in the dot. That's not quite enough. So now he is at a difficult par. And he's going to try to make it 1-3. And he does get a par there. So he kind of rights the ship. And it'll be Fauché and Westinghouse on number 1. It's a little bit difficult green here. That's why we have this exclamation mark. We have to add 1 to the normal designations. So if it's a moderate putt that comes off of the charts, it turns into a difficult putt, and if it's a gimme putt, it turns into an easy putt. Yada yada. So Fauché, who's a king, semi-king with woods, a semi-master recovery, and an icon. He opens up with a 2 on the white die, which means he has to check out 13 on the card, and that's in the rough. So he's going to have to try and dig his way out of the rough here, and it's a 6. This is with his second shot. Is he a master? He's semi-master, but does not have it showing. So he has a really, this looks like it's going to be, so he's going to, double difficult putt for par, and it can't get any harder than that. If it could, it would, but it can't, because that's the highest designation. So what he can do here And what some guys would do, and he's close enough to the lead, I'd say this is the wise move. You lag it. It decreases the difficulty for the next putt by 3 or by 2. So this is a double difficult par. So if you lag it, your next putt would end up being a difficult bogey normally, but because you lag, you get to increase it by, or decrease it by 2 levels of difficulty. So he'll have an easy bogey, which is the high roll. You need to avoid 6s, and he does. So that's a bogey for Fauchi. He'll drop to -12, and that's basically a concession of having a rough hole there. The rough just got to him, and John Westinghouse, who is stormy the entire round, as is Braden LaSalle, as is Enrique. Or no, Braden LaSalle has gold the whole round. Enrique Magallanes has is stormy the whole round. So here, okay, it's going to be off of Westinghouse's card, 155. So maybe a chance to break through here and maybe get in a tie of this lead, if it depends on how this all rolls out. Is he a bomber? No. Is he a duffer? No. Is he a champion? He is a champion with his irons. So as you can see here, he will have an easy putt for birdie. Doesn't have any chips to make it any easier, so it's a 1-4 chance to take a share of the lead. And it is in the hole. A birdie for John Westinghouse, and he grabs a share of the lead with Kieran at -14. Great start for him. Emmerich had the same start with a birdie on one. They're the only. Also, Trent McAdams birdied one, so one is gettable. Oh, wait a second. I'm wrong with that. I am wrong with that. It says easy in the book, but because of that, it's got to be moderate, which is 1-2, so he does miss it. So that's a bad call on my part. I need to take that away. He is definitely not at -14. He's still got a little bit of work to do as well, so let's make sure we do this right. So not a birdie. So he got a 4. So that was a moderate birdie. Now it's an easy par, which is the high roll. Needs to avoid the 6s. Yeah, it was a nice shot for Westinghouse, except for the fact that I messed it up. So he pars it. So a little bit complicated there, but I needed to remember about the question mark. Okay. So we are to the 6th hole with our first group on the telecast here. Another par 4. And I'm going to take a... Jerry is like, oops, never mind. Yeah, I know. That's something that I'm not too thrilled about, is that it's easy to forget what's going on there. And we got to remember that, because that's part of the difficulty that is imparted on this, some of these holes, is that. So, oak tree framed hole. Of course, is Alamo oak, so I think you would expect to find some oaks along the way, and there's a lot on this hole. They're beautiful to look at, but it will frustrate the golfers who miss the green long. It'll be Martin Van Dyke at -8. He's 6 behind right now. And he is the first to tee off. And it's going to be 15 check on the course card, or on the hole card, and it'll be a rough shot off the tee. A par 4. And he's got a 2. Is he a master? He's semi-master, and he has the decide or die in his favor. It's going to be a wow shot. He gets a blue chip for a wow. And now we re-roll the white die and see what comes up. It's a 3. Easy putt for birdie here. No exclamation mark. He will... He's going to go ahead and try to get the 1-4 easy birdie. And it's a 5. And I thought about using that blue chip to make it gimme. And I probably should have. So now gimme par. Actually, I should have used 3 there, but the 2 is sufficient to get his par. But he gets to keep that blue chip. Braden LaSalle, he will earn another blue chip by taking a par on this hole. Okay, on the 6 roll. So for hole 5, it'll be Gareth Leonard with a par at 4th, so he'll have a chance to go first here. A shaper with his woods. He's 1 out of 4 on the clutch putts. Master, recovery, icon. All around a pretty good golfer. Not so great with his approach shots, though. No designation, basically average. 36 is going to be in the rough in 2, and then a 6. This could be a not so good situation for him. So he is a master, though, so he will get an easy par putt. That will help him. If he didn't have the master designation, he would be in trouble. But so you do the high roll, and the high roll is successful for a par on the 5th. And now Trent McAdams, he's got 2 blue chips. He'd love to get a 3rd. It's good to stock those up. 2, so he will have control of the 5th. 2, 3, 4. So we'll check his card on 2, 3, 4 on a par 4. Not a direct green. This is one you could add direct. Direct means you could drive the green. And it says big hitters may try to drive the green on the short, but this is not direct. Is he dynamic? He's semi-dynamic, but the dot is not available on this one for him. So we're going to go to right now. And then unfortunately for him, he is what do you call it? Semi-cold, I think is what we're going to call it. He bogeyed the previous hole and parred the one before that. So if it's 2 in a row, it's surefire cold. So 4 on a par 4. Is he hot? No, he is semi-cold. So he's going to have a double difficult putt for birdie. He will... Where is he at? He's at -11. He's 3 back. He's going to lag the double difficult birdie putt. Now, if he makes that, he gets another blue chip. But the chances of that are pretty slim. So he turns that into an easy par putt. The high roll, and he makes it. So he will remain at 11 under par. So we're going to go to 4. Things are pretty steady here at the moment. But you got this guy here, Dustin Emmerich, who just seems... Well, actually, Gallatin will be first. He got a birdie. He's birdied 2 in a row, and he is itching to maybe move a bit further up. Let's see how it works out here. On the only chance for control is a 6, which is a par for a blue chip. And instead, it will be 35, so course, golf cam course, but it's not going to be daunting because of the decider die. So that is going to be helpful to him. 2, not cordial, not daunting, so an easy par putt. Gallatin has to avoid the double 6s, and he does. So now Emmerich, so his Gallatin's birdie streak ends. Emmerich now, and 36 for him is going to be, so he's going to have a moderate putt for par. That's 1 to 5. And so he lips it out, and that is going to be a disappointing bogey for him. And he drops out of that tie for second. He'll drop to -12. Still plenty of time, though. Only 4 holes in for him. So we're going to get to the Alvestad group, Alvestad Fonseca. Alvestad birdied 2, looking to maybe make it 2 in a row here. And he's got to avoid the water on this one. There's water, a pond right in front of the green. So, and on the right side. So it's going to be 44, and 44 avoids the water, but he does lose it just in front of the green into a trap. And so we are going to take a look at this on the 3, the sand par 3 first shot. Is he chunky? No, he's not chunky. So he's going to have a gimme putt for par. Should be no problems. You roll 3 as long as they aren't all 6s, and they aren't here. So he's 1 under par for his round, minus 13. And Fonseca, who really blew a gasket there. Yep, see you later there, Jerry. We're keeping rolling on. Fonseca, who he blew a gasket there on the first hole. He'll have control of this one. 2-3-6. See if he can get on the right side of things here. 2-3-6. Hacker, he is not. So we can go for experience. He doesn't have experience either. Let's see. And I think that's going to be a problem here because he needs to be an icon and he's not. So he's going to have a difficult birdie putt. Difficult birdie putt is a 1. Needs a 1. Going to try to make it. And a 3 won't do it. So now a moderate par putt. That is 1-5. Well, there was this 1 that he needed. So he will remain at minus 9. Disappointing start to his round there on hole number 1. So now we're going to get to Westinghouse, who thought he had made a birdie, but easy par 5 second. Maybe he can get a birdie here. And it will be because semi-double cordial, a double cordial hole with a dot means that it is double cordial. And a double cordial hole with a 6, you get an automatic birdie. You don't get a blue chip, but you do get your birdie. So he will join Kieran at minus 14, who's about to tee off on 1. So Fauchi, who bogeyed and dropped to minus 12, he will go now. And he has the same opportunity. Actually, no, he does not. No dot. So that means it's not double cordial. It's just cordial. He can still take his par and get a blue chip. And in that case, he will not try to challenge this green. So, all right. So we're to the lead group on number 1. Patrick Kieran. All right.
Sorry, I'll stop.
What is this? That's an old version of the game. Stop.
Oh, fine. Being annoying.
I will turn it off. Okay. Oh, hey, we have 3 people here on the channel. Welcome, all of you. We are getting ready right now for the lead group to make their way onto this course. So if we take a look, let's do a quick recap of where things stand. And let me see if I can get a little bit of a close-up here. Let's move it over a touch and zoom it in a bit. So this is really the meat of the leaderboard right now. It's Kieran and Westinghouse at minus 14. Westinghouse just birdied to get there. Then you've got a group of 3, Enrique Magallanes, who is going to tee off with Kieran at the first. Danny Gallatin, David Alvestad, they're at minus 13. Then you've got Fauchi and Emmerich, 2 back at minus 12. Both were at minus 13 earlier and both had bogeyed. So then you've got McAdams, who also had gotten to minus 12 and then bogeyed. And then you've got some other back markers, Braden LaSalle Jr., who some of those guys have to start getting their act together. So Kieran to tee off. Again, we got to remember that. Give me a moment as I get back to the zoom out. What I could do here, because I've kind of tried to. Oops. there. I can kind of zoom in a little bit. If you see right here, there is a exclamation mark. That means that the putts that are of the normal variety, where it's double difficult, difficult, moderate, easy, they increase a level of difficulty on this hole. Clutch putts do not move that way. So Kieran, to tee off on the first, trying to win this tournament if he can. So it's going to be course control 11. He's in the sand green side, and so this could be problematic here. Let's see. Par 4, a 3. Is he chunky? No. So he's going to have an easy par putt. It's gimme on the book, but it moves to easy because, again, we upgrade or downgrade it, and he makes the par. So he will remain at minus 14 in a tie there. And now Magallanes trying to grab a share of this lead too. Okay, and it's going to be 5 course control, 55 in the rough. So both these guys a little bit of a shaky start here on the first. Par 4 with a 4. Off the tee, Workman. He is not a Workman, so that's going to be a difficult second putt for par. So already Magallanes could be dropping a shot unless he gets a 1-3 on this roll. So he does. Confident putt for him, and so everybody is off, and things are basically staying the same after the first hole of the lead group. Okay, so we'll make our way to 7. Pretty difficult green on number 7, a par 3. So this is so one of the things that's cool about this hole is it is a double green along with number 2. So if you're familiar with St. Andrews, a lot of those greens at St. Andrews are double greens, which means that 2 holes use the same green complex. In this one, number 2 must come in from one side, and then number 7 comes in from the other side. So the par 3 comes in from one, the par 5 second, which we'll see with Kieran and Magallanes. There's also a huge bunker on the left side of the green. So they're going to have to take care of that. And it'll be Van Dyke to tee off first here on this par 3. And, and the decider die went into my blue chip. So I'm going to re-roll it because we don't know whether it was up or down. Okay, so it is going to be up. So a 4, it's going to be course controlled 26 in the rough tee shot. So Van Dyke with a little work to do. And a 1, he is not a Workman, so he's going to have a pin shot here. There is the pin shot roll. We'll see. We roll the white. And potentially the decider, if it comes up a 1, it'll be a 5. So that's going to be a moderate putt for par for Van Dyke. Needs a 1-5 here. And he is able to sink that. LaSalle Jr. with his gold putting it was added to his arsenal here because of the tourney day perks and issues. Has yet to really have anything to help him on that. But he will get to control this 2-2-6 on the par 3. And we will see if he can 2-2-6, if he has any... he is not a champion with the irons, so instead it's going to go to his mood, and he is neutral mood. A 2. He is not sunny. He's going to have a difficult putt for birdie. And, oh boy. Got 2 chips. It'd be a roll of the dice to try and kickstart his round here to do that. And you know what? He's going to do it. He's like, time's a waste, and kind of feels things are just going to start going downhill if he doesn't get a birdie here soon. So he needs a... I don't know if this is still working or not. I hope so, but he gets a birdie. So that is very helpful to him. The two people that are watching, if you still have, I know that it looks like the band or the Pixel 8, it's probably not very good quality at the moment. Just got a phone call. It never fails when I run a video that something's got to call, and this is a day when we're getting these delays and all this stuff. That's part of it. So we've got a delay, and they couldn't just stop at the text message. They have to call. Now, I don't know, maybe they can find some other ways to disrupt my phone. Maybe they should just, it'd be funny if they came into the chat and just posted in here. But I doubt that. Now I'm sounding crazy. I do that sometimes. So LaSalle gets to minus 11, 3 back, trying to just get a kickstart here. And so we are going, man, I'll tell you what, that is looking ugly. I don't know. I always get snake bitten with these things. I don't know. I'm not. Let's see. Let's try doing this. This may lag it a little bit. I'll be right back.